same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off with my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along.
Let's freaking go. It's Wednesday, it's August, it's hotter than shit, and I'm wearing a hoodie because it's for the freaking culture, baby. It felt like a very special iteration of Board TV. We got a duo, a very famous and handsome duo, going to be joining us here in just a little bit to talk a lot about the old American football, the big old pigskin, and how that and fantasy and on-chain activity can all go together and a perfect combination. But before that, man, Justin, how the heck are you, my friend?
Yo, I'm tired, but I'm excited. The Universe just dropped their their gameplay date. It's gonna be at the end of the month, but outside of that, just chilling. It's been good. How about you, Phil? What have you been up to?
Bro, no, things are good. Life is super busy. It's kind of on warp speed maybe right now, but I'm okay with that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Nothing negative. Just a lot. And so that happens. We have ebbs and flows in life, and right now I'm in the fast forward ebb. And but we still get to get on the stream on a Wednesday night and shoot the shit about all things Yuga Labs with special guests. I mean, I'm not sure how I could complain. So I'm honestly doing well. School is, yes, back in session. Starting tomorrow is day one with the kids. And I can honestly tell you, I'm actually ready. I feel ready, which is like, not that I'm never ready, but I feel more ready than usual. I was more inspired over the summer. I don't know, like year 12. I guess I was feeling ancient or something, and I needed to pick up my game. So I'm ready to welcome some new kids to the school, some familiar faces as well. And I will be teaching music, and this year, for the first time in my career, I'll be also teaching some PE, which I'm looking forward to, some kickball and who knows what else, dodgeball. I think that's outlawed now, but I know back in the day you could play dodgeball. So,
wait, really? I didn't know that.
I think it's actually outlawed in school, believe it or not, which is just
that's so crazy, dude.
That's just so sad. It's the downfall of America. We can't even play dodgeball and throw the freaking rubber ball at somebody's head. But man, a lot to talk about. I'm excited. It is middle of August. We had some updates to Poker Night, which I'm really very much looking forward to. So as we have been trying to do as of late, we'll go through our little weekend review. If you haven't followed us on X, or if you want to call it Twitter, you can too. Watch, Elon just nukes me right now as I say that. On X, if you're not following us, make sure you do follow along. Check it out. There are all kinds of fun things happening in the swamp. So if you take a look, we have these pictures. They're just fun. They should be eye-catching, eye candy, if you will. That is definitely the purpose. And then we break it down with a thread. So the first one, I had to get a tip of the cap once again to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the art department. Every single time they have this for the different Ape Fest, it just hits every single time. And so I love this. I'm already FOMOing in what Lisbon will be. The temperature, the vibes will be immaculate. There's like a 1% chance I make it. So it's not looking too good for your boy. But I am excited for those going over. And, of course, we love the freaking art. And then, Justin, what's your thoughts on Cyber Trucks? Do you like
Cyber Trucks? Yeah. Oh, man, they look like tanks on the road. I've seen a couple driving around. I only see them going really fast. So that's what I can imagine them being like. A big fast tank.
Big fast tank. Definitely look like something you would have played on Halo or something. A vehicle on Halo.
Oh, real,
dude. But man, shout out to Craig Jones. We love the Robo with the little light fixture there on the back of the Cybertruck. Had to give a little love there. Here is the updated information on Otherside Poker. it was going to be, I think, like tomorrow or today. I don't remember. And now it's next week, the 21st, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. Excited to jump back into the Metropolis with you all, Alpha Test, Otherside Poker, and raise some money for charity. So I'm sure we will hear a little bit more about that here in the next few days. Excited about it. I actually love poker. Justin, I feel like you said last time you've never played or you don't play poker. Is that accurate?
I said I was a checkers man.
Yes.
Blackjack boy.
Yes. Checkers and blackjack. But you got to jump in, play a little poker. Poker is a lot of fun. Big news here with Bored and Hungry. This is something that was a great announcement, again, a couple days ago. New leadership, same old winning recipe, still bored and hungry. And so basically the Hungry DAO team, led by a bunch of awesome folks, including none other than another pink ape, J-Bond, has successfully acquired Bored and Hungry from Andy and company. Previous owners will remain involved in Bored and Hungry as shareholders in Hungry DAO. And so again, they've got new stores coming up in the Philippines, one more store in Korea in 2024. So this year, more pop-up locations, including a pop-up in Shanghai and an Ape Fest at Lisbon. Exploratory discussions about new location to the U.S. So shout out to the team. We love the burgers. We love the team. We love to see all of the building. And I somehow got launched into the abyss when I scrolled back. Here we go. If you did not check this out, you were missed out a great space. I was able to catch about half of it. The Ladies Hour, which happened yesterday. Marav and Papa were our featured guests and led by Tiger and Sarah. So again, we love the ladies. We absolutely adore them. So the space for the ladies, always a good time. Big shout out to the Fuck It Productions team. Again, FOMO. I see these pictures. I see the vibes. I see the post. And I really honestly wish I had been there. It looked like a really a hell of a time to just say, fuck it. Man, the homie, a real good friend of mine, Reaper, getting some love this week on the From the Bodega. And just an awesome dude. I actually met him at the Fuck It event last year and was just super dope to meet him. He's also, shout out to the Southwest Apes, which is, I'm in that crew. And he is definitely the leader in charge there. So he did some awesome artwork with the Olympics and Steph Curry and Tyrese Halliburton. We then go to 10K TF. What do you see here? Obviously, we got an Uno card, but Justin, in all your wisdom, what do we got here? What we got red bars crashing through some shit in the background. We got green ones being brought in. Is it just the markets are reversed and we're going up to the freaking Valhalla now? Is that what we're implying?
We definitely need a big trucking Uno card on the board.
Dude, for real.
Down only forever.
That reverse would come in handy right now. But again, I love these little drips of information we see every single week from 10KTF. So shout out to the team there. Awesome announcement here, Ape Chain and Sushi Swap. And I also talked to Squirtle. He knows some of the people that are building this specific activation here on Ape Chain. So again, we just love every week we're hit with a couple more updates from Ape Chain and all these different partnerships they have. So we love that. And then, of course, make sure, as always, you subscribe and follow to our journey across all social media platforms. We will be doing more giveaways. And actually, last week, I got to confess, that hoodie, it just got in the mail today. Just today, because I was struggling getting to the post office. Welcome to living in the metaverse where post offices don't matter. I made it there today, though, and it should be traveling to, I will not say where, that Kavabo. I guarantee I said his name wrong once again, but Kavabo, congratulations on the hoodie. It should be arriving to you on Saturday. We'll do our next giveaway when our YouTube channel hits 500 subscribers. I think we're at like 430. So really, honestly, if y'all just hit subscribe, that happened tonight, and we'll do another giveaway. And then we'll do a giveaway on TikTok. We'll do a giveaway on Instagram, because that is the only freaking way that we know how to do things. Man, a lot happening in the swamp. Obviously talked about Wizards as well. And now we're going to talk a little bit about some football. Justin, I know you're an expert. So before we bring on these guys, can you give us a full breakdown of who should be the first overall pick in a fantasy draft and why?
Oh my God, you prepared this trap for me from the beginning. Dude, I don't know anything about football except for maybe a couple teams, but by all means, enlighten me.
I'm going to leave it to the experts. And so without further ado, we're going to welcome this the Bash Brothers, the iconic duo. Man, these dudes have been homies for a long time. We got Boris and we got Richard here on stream. What's up, fellas? I know you're constantly breaking down and looking at stats and who's the starter week 7 for the Detroit Lions at third running back. But man, how are y'all doing tonight?
Good. You said that we like each other, whatever. We're brothers. We don't. I don't have a choice, you know.
That's true.
He's ugly. I'm a lot better looking. I'm a lot better in fantasy football, so I'm kind of stuck with the guy.
Yeah, he said, we've known each other forever. Yeah, not by choice, sadly. I wish we could, get a little divorce or something at this point.
Divorce with the brothers. Yeah. That would be a new one. But I guarantee someone has done it before. 100% guaranteed. Man, so we're obviously going to dive in a lot to Spoiled Banana Society because we love what you guys are doing. And you guys have just been, chugging away. The market has been rough and people's attention span kind of goes a million different directions. But I've always seen you guys on the timeline. You've been a positive force within the club and obviously within Spoiled Banana Society. But let's take it back. Let's go on back just a little bit. Let's throw it back to 2021, the spring of 2021. And let's talk our entrance into the swamp. I don't care who wants to go first, but give us a TLDR of how did you pick up a silly monkey JPEG?
I'll let Boris go first because it was my entrance was a little bit to do with him, so I'll let him take it away.
Yeah,
no pressure, dude.
No fucking pressure. No pressure at all.
All the pressure. He performs better under pressure.
Oh, okay. All the pressure. Then I'm sending it all your way.
Yeah, sorry if I cuss. I'm definitely
No, please let it fly.
Yeah,
let it fly. We have no cuss jar. If we did, I'd be fired and broke.
Yeah. So it started in 2020. So in 2021 on a Clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's how basically our journey started. I didn't know what an NFT was. I think I barely got into crypto. Like I knew about Bitcoin before. I just got some ETH for the first time when it tanked because of COVID, and it would just kept going up and up and up. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what it feels like to own crypto. Of course, dude. Why wouldn't the whole world want to get into it? And so, I'm sitting in Clubhouse, and the reason why we were in Clubhouse is because, he's a musician. And I was his manager, and during COVID times, you can't really get gigs. And so we're like, okay, Clubhouse is an audio place. Let's do music. It's a good way to hopefully make money. As an artist, it's just fucking impossible to make money.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and out of nowhere, we see these ape rooms where it's people doing ape sounds and then changing their PFPs. And we're like, what the hell is this? And they were explaining, what Web3 was, what NFTs were. And it just started really intriguing us. The reason why we really liked it is again, because as a musician, it's so hard to make it. And so the whole aspect of secondary sales and fuck these, labels that take all the money, it can go directly to my brother, and then he can make percentages, whatever.
And then all it turned into was a guy named Air Licky calling me Dick Vag on the internet.
That's true.
Dude, I honestly, that's one guy I don't like. I don't know why you don't ban the guy from coming on here. That's the one guy.
He's throwing the comments tonight. Here we
blah,
go.
Blah blah. We want Richard.
That's what I'm talking about. He's saying what I'm thinking, but
No, but so the craziest part of all of it is that basically, we were dead broke. My brother was 20K in debt. I had a savings of $16 to $2,000, and I had a wife and whatever. We were struggling financially, and I was like, dude, this is the future. It just all made sense. I'm like, dude, ETH, the gasoline of of the blockchain, the way these NFTs work, the second, all of it just started clicking. I'm like, dude, this is the future. And so I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen with these JPEG monkeys, but I'm going to put all of my fucking money in, and fucking, we did it. We got one ape, and, a little past that, somehow we got a little, I think, through COVID, our stimulus check, we bought a second ape. And I'm just me and my brother, we're just full on degens as well. Yeah. So it just kind of fit. And the more I talked, I found a world on Twitter. I found a world on Discord through the BAYC Discord. And I just felt holy shit, this was a community that I've been longing for forever. I've never felt like that. And my brother has never felt like that. And so we just started like clicking. And for us, honestly, for a very long time, right? Like it wasn't really about the money.
Yeah.
Like it was about like the network, the opportunities, the community, the camaraderie, like the friendships and stuff like that. So it was a crazy, crazy fucking journey, man. So
no, for sure. And I want to hear from Richard too. And Richard, if you don't mind talking a little bit about just your career as a musician. I'm a musician too. First off, when motherfucking Bored Ape musician crew or club, or let's start a band and go worldwide, maybe we can open for Ape Fest. When Richard and Phil and others, whoever wants to join, band? That's the first question. Second question, obviously, I agree with everything Boris was saying. One of the things that kept me at the beginning was the idea that artists of all types could actually make a living being an artist, not having to do a million other jobs, right? Like I have a lot of friends that some live in New York and they were going to pursue their dream as an actor, and they're getting gigs, but then they're also the cycling instructor and they're also washing tables, on the weekend, whatever it is, just to make it. And it was like they couldn't actually like necessarily hone in on their craft. So can you talk a little bit about that and that correlation of how NFTs can be super powerful? And then obviously when freaking Bored Ape band.
Yeah, I mean, Air Licky's saying Bored Ape boy band. I think that's, we could be in the new Backstreet Boys. And
Yes.
I think we could do it. I'm down anytime. Only thing is Boris can't join. I mean, has to be like the first precedent.
Okay.
Because he'll
bylaws, got it.
You don't want to hear him sing. But yeah, being a musician is super tough. Like even if you have, people who listen to your music, you have like supporters and stuff, it's pretty hard to convert that into like making a livable wage in a sense. I'm definitely not the first person to say that. Like most musicians will tell you, I mean, shit's like practically impossible.
Yeah.
So, it's super appealing when there's like this, I wouldn't even say product, but like this idea of you could create like digital, work of your work, digital collectibles in a sense of your work, that kind of not only gives you like a chance to, make money off of it and, live off of it, but also like to connect with your fans even more.
Yeah.
NFTs just make your fans like even more of a super fan in a sense that it's like family, like they benefit off you, benefiting. It's just a way more like two-way street as opposed to they just go on Spotify and then Spotify pays you like a penny every time a million people listen to your song.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, NFT is like the coolest thing ever for artists. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't blown up even more in that field, but I think it's just we're still so early. I mean, I know everyone says that. As soon as somebody figures out the best way to do it, I feel like it's just going to catch like crazy fire.
I think that's the biggest question, right? It's like, how does it actually work really well? Or, what is the best concoction of this two-way street? Because I completely agree and believe that it is powerful, because you can't go, like I couldn't go buy Taylor Swift's new vinyl or something and then instantly be able to potentially connect in a Discord, connect via Twitter or whatever I do. But there's got to be more than that, right? So it's like, how do you have these like collectible items or artworks or, specific cuts or background footage or something that makes it feel really intimate? And I think we're on the cusp, and I am also shocked it hasn't really taken off quite yet. But like you said, we are absolutely still so freaking early. Also, for those that didn't know, your boy Richard has a Grammy. Boris doesn't, in case you weren't sure. They do not. So
he got the looks, he got the smarts. I'll take a Grammy. I'll take a little.
Oh, look at that! What a nice comment. I mean, you guys must like each other. That was like a really nice compliment on stream, live on stream. Everyone heard it, saw it. You can't take it back now. Boris is gonna be cutting this up tonight on repeat, and it's going to be everywhere. Discord, X, you're going to hear Richard saying it on repeat. But man, so for those that don't know, and I am going to let Justin, our fantasy expert, jump in here in a few to talk football. But guys, let's talk about, what the hell is best ball? What is this best ball fantasy football? What the fuck is this thing?
Okay, honestly, you take like, you go out on the streets and you go look at a ball, you're just like, what one is the best out of all the balls?
Yes.
And you start playing it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then you find a banana, and then
Oh.
you realize the banana's superior to balls.
They're the
Yeah,
best.
but together they're a real dreamy combo.
No, yeah. You want to go, Richie?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so best ball, for those of you who play fantasy football, is like probably, I mean, it's the fastest growing fantasy format in the world for a reason. It's the coolest thing ever. It's literally the same thing as a regular fantasy football league, except you just draft. So you draft your team, and then in season, you don't do anything. You don't have to set your lineups. You don't have to look at players on the waivers. You don't have to trade. And what that lets you do is actually have time to spend with your kids and wife and not get killed for joining fantasy leagues. But it also lets you do a bunch more drafts, which is like the most fun part about fantasy, I would say. And then like the platform will automatically start your highest scoring players, which is more details. But yeah, for those of you who play fantasy football, you already know what best ball is. You practically do it. You just then do more after.
For all those out there that, are trying to have relationships, though you love fantasy football, best ball, it is for you. It is for you. I hear you though, because sometimes I can play both formats. I've played them forever. There have been times where I'm like, holy shit, I have too many teams and I can't remember which tight end is where. Like I've lost it all. I don't have a diagram. I don't have a map of all my players, and it can be frustrating to try to keep with that. On the flip side, if you draft, maybe like JJ McCarthy and he's your highest drafted quarterback and then he's out for the season, what happens now?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I wonder why you specifically said JJ McCarthy. It's almost like I potentially told you that I drafted way too much JJ McCarthy, and my season's practically done. So the coolest thing about SBS, Spoiled Banana Society, is we actually use team positions instead of players. So instead of drafting JJ McCarthy, you draft Minnesota quarterback, and then you get the highest scoring player each week. So JJ McCarthy's injured, doesn't matter. You still have Sam Darnold, which was probably better.
He gets injured, you got Mullins.
You got Nick Mullins.
He gets injured. Richard, they got you, right?
They'll call me up, and I'll come.
And you get double points because you have yourself on the team.
Yep. But yeah, it honestly makes injuries like so much less, affect your team so much less. And then also, what I said that
Fantasy Couch has the best balls.
Oh yeah. He does.
He does have the best balls.
Shout out Fantasy Couch. But balls with has But another cool thing is we've actually found, like, honestly, we were considering actually moving to drafting players how everyone else does it, but our community convinced us, like, we got a resounding no, like, the reason we like you guys so much is because it's team positions, because it's so different. And like what we found is that watching football, it kind of changes the way you watch football, because you're now, if let's say you draft like Miami wide receiver, you're not just rooting for Tyreek Hill, you're also rooting for Jalen Waddle. But if Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle is having a big game, then you start to like just root for that person because you get the highest scoring player that week. So it just like changes the way you watch it, which is also pretty cool.
So in that aspect, let's say I'm in a draft with the spoiled bananas, and I pick, of course, the Vikings quarterback number one because I'm a big Sam Darnold fan now.
You're gonna take an L on that draft.
Yeah, probably. But that means just like if I drafted literally Sam Darnold, nobody else can take the Minnesota Vikings quarterback in that specific draft that I'm in. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. So the way it basically works is that you go to our website, sbsfantasy.com. You'll mint a draft pass for 0.01 ETH, which is about like $25.
Like 25.
Huh?
I was making a joke, like 25 cents at this point. No,
yeah, we're going to zero. It's free. Basically.
It's free, bro. Basically, it's free.
Free.
So you'll go and you'll basically, the way best ball works is you'll go and you press join draft. And as soon as 10 people fill a draft at any point, so you can have like 20 drafts that day, you can have 5 drafts, it just depends on the day. But basically you go and press join a draft, 10 people fill it, and the draft starts right away, and you draft just like a regular, snake redraft league. PPR, league like you're used to, except again, you don't have to schedule a draft. It just starts right away.
Right.
But yes, to answer your question, yeah, like there's only one team position in each draft. There is wide receiver and running back 2s, which is just the second highest scoring player that week. But like if you draft Miami wide receiver 1, nobody can also draft Miami wide receiver 1.
Gotcha.
Unless you're Phil. Phil, I mean, maybe you can. Maybe if Phil can do it. I don't know if he wants to. I don't know.
What can I do?
Remember when I said he had the smarts? I take that back. We're gonna retrace.
No, I'm just saying.
Hold on, we gotta cut the stream. We're starting over.
No. What I'm saying basically is like if you want 2 Minnesota QBs, and
then I could do that.
Like you pay us, like we'll give you, like your whole team.
Wow. Yeah. I could get Richard, the 69th quarterback on the Vikings. Nice. That is beautiful. No, I do love that though. The format is definitely fun. It's different, which I appreciate as well. Well, also being close enough that it's familiar. People aren't going to feel like they're doing something completely different. It's not a brand new language they're having to learn. So you guys, how many seasons have you done of Spoiled Banana?
So this is our fourth season. So like the first year we did this was in 2021, was like insane. We did a dynasty type league. And team positions with dynasty makes the most sense because like if Tom Brady retires, you still have the next quarterback and it runs. So the first year, I mean, we made like the prize pool was like over $2 million in prizes or something like that. Yeah. I mean, it was, dude, first place was a board 8, like $400,000. I mean, It was just it was nuts.
And there was only 3 weeks. We literally launched with 3 weeks left in the season.
Oh, that's complete absurdity.
It's absurdity, dude. They're like, wait, I can play for this amount of prizes with only 3 weeks remaining. So it was just like, yeah, it was just nuts. And then again, we thought every year would be like this bull run, and then it just slowly became a bear. And it was a lot. We still had some success, but then basically last year, before the year started, we were like, okay, like this is great, but like we really believe in the best ball format. We thought, no one was really doing it out there. Like we wanted basically like on-chain drafting.
Yeah.
So we launched this last year with only 3 weeks. Basically, it was like in season as well because it's just the fucking devs. You know what I mean?
Damn devs. God damn it.
Devs.
It's always them.
Devs. But basically, we launched for 3 weeks. Like it was still successful. We think it was pretty successful, but we didn't really have like a couple of months like out preseason, like
for people to draft before.
Yeah, for people to draft and stuff like that. And so this is like our real first year of like marketing it and getting people. And again, like I want to read it because I feel like we're pretty proud of this. Like it's the only on-chain drafting product in the entire world. Like it's pretty cool, pretty crazy. So
no, I think it's dope. I mean, you guys built this from the ground up, literally. Obviously 2021 for everyone. I don't care what you were doing. It was just complete absurdity everywhere. You just turned and it was absurdity. And naturally, when the bear happens, a lot of people just leave. And then the people that are here become cynical or chasing the next meme coin or whatever, protocol, etc. And so these long-term visions, I'm sure that it can feel shitty at times because you're like, you have an awesome product. You've developed this idea. You feel really good about it and it works. And yet sometimes, again, and this is not just you guys, like a lot of people that are building stuff, it just feels like the space in general has the attention span of like a fly going to like a bug zapper. So how do you how do you stay and like, locked in and positive and all? Because I think positivity is powerful, but it is freaking hard too.
I think. Go ahead,
dude. Honestly, this is like the biggest roller coaster we've ever been on, and I don't even like. There'll be moments where we're like ecstatic. There's like so many drafts during the day, and like people are like commenting and shit. And then like there'll be a day where like there's not that many drafts, or like something happens, devs, blah blah blah. So it's definitely just the biggest roller coaster. I think it's just like to keep keep going at it, keep pushing. I wouldn't say we're always positive.
Yeah, sure. We're human too. We fucking want to punch shit too occasionally. Yeah.
I mean, there's moments where we definitely want to quit.
100%.
I'll be honest, right? Like, I mean, we haven't got paid. Like, like the first year we paid ourselves we like raised to over $2 million. Like we paid ourselves pennies compared to that because the prize pool. Then you have to like prepare yourself for years in the future. Not like all these other people like
Yeah.
put the $3 million and just pocket it, right? From
Deuces, thanks for the Lambo.
You know, so it's just a journey. And like, you know, I have 2 kids, like, you know, and like my wife's like, bro, like, you know, like how much can you devote to this company and you can't even make money? Who knows what's going to happen? You know, so it's just, I think it's like a daily roller coaster that we go through. But at the end of the day, like, if there was something that we wanted to do, it's this, because we love fantasy football. You know what I mean? We love the community that we have. We love Web3. You know, this place has honestly changed our lives. So like being part of it, you know, I wouldn't want to do anything else, you know, so.
And honestly, just look, like, have you guys ever seen a better punching bag, like, face as Boris? Like, isn't that just like the perfect, like,
oh my God.
Like you're a boxer and it's just what is those things called?
Bentley keys are those? Where are these Bentley keys?
Yeah, I don't know where they are. Shit,
bro. What?
If I see him, I'm selling that son of a gun. Buying another ape.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah,
you knew that was coming. No, I think in essence that's what, you know, I'm doing and we're doing with Board Network and Company too. It's like some days, bro, it can feel like, what the fuck am I doing? Because like, you know, it's still fun. It's not that it's not fun, but like you're grinding your ass off and you're staying up late or getting up early because again, we have lives too. Like I'm also a father and we all have other things that we're doing and just, you know, paying for the freaking roof over my head. But I'm like, dude, I still want to like this. I like making this content. I really like these interviews. Board TV is fucking fun. And like, man, there are days though. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, what the are you the biggest dumbass of all time or what?
No, I was gonna say, dude, the quality of this whole show is just 10 out of 10. Like that intro was amazing. Just I would say everything. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah, like the intro it hyped me up. I was like, let's fucking go, you know?
I think I've heard that intro like 420 times and it's still, I shit you not, it still hypes me up. That's when you know you got a good intro, when you let that motherfucker go and you're like, hell yeah, let's go. Even if you could have the shittiest fucking week of all time. When the intro drops, you're ready to roll. So no, I just appreciate the builders. I mean, that's something I talk about a lot is just, you know, people that want to show up in this space because the space is still young, it's still new, and there's so many, you know, dope things happening. Salute to you guys and all the builders out there that are just trying to make it happen and pursue a dream, but also like a real great vision of something that can be sustainable and something that, you know, people want to jump into and become so much bigger, because I love the on-chain. Like I'm a big, let's keep it on chain. And you guys are doing that. And obviously the best ball format, you're right. It's become fucking massive everywhere. And so I think it's just like, I tell myself this, maybe I'm a fucking fool, but I'm like, if I can just keep grinding a little bit longer, I can see that fucking breakthrough. You know what I mean?
Know,
like I can feel that fucking breakthrough.
That's literally it. It's hard. It's like, it's because like, right, like most people can't afford themselves to just like, this is the only thing I do, right? Like I work for Yuga that I have to like devote my time, right? Like, my wife has her own business that like, I want her to like succeed in her business. And it's like, she has like a legit business. She's a chiropractor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the one thing that's like, we're all doing. That's like, not like, every single tweet that we do, we make a cha-ching from it, right? That we can post in our podcast. So it's hard, but it's like all these other people have done it before us, and it's hard to do it. But like that doesn't mean it can't happen to all of us, you know. So it's just gotta keep going, man. Gotta keep pushing.
I mean, when you love what you do, then it feels less like work. And I mean, I'll just equate that back to like even being a musician. Again, I'm a musician at heart. I started teaching music because I had a love for music, and so, but I went to school for commercial music. Like I wanted to go play and write music and sing and shit, and still do that occasionally on the side. But the reality is, you got to be freaking hard-headed and just keep picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and come back and get it again. Just because like it's something you like. Like if you have passion behind anything, I think it's worth it. And again, maybe talk to me in 5 years and I'm homeless and I got a beard that I haven't cut in like 5 years or something. Then maybe we'll roll the tape back and this won't look so good. But I think it'll look much better than Richard drafting JJ McCarthy this year.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. But I heard, JJ McCarthy. He's been teaching Sam Darnold.
All right.
I think
get hurt. All right, got it. He's teaching him how to get hurt.
Pretty much.
That's cool. Let's get some football takes. I like football takes. I'm a massive sports fan myself. I'm a Broncos fan. Yes, they have sucked, but I got some belief in Bo Nix. What is your hot take at the? Let's see. We'll start with. We know Richard's at the QB position. It was JJ McCarthy. Boris, what's your hot take for the quarterback position this year?
Everyone, just close your ears. Like, you want the information to go in and out. Like, I promise.
I'm gonna say Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna
Okay.
say, you can get him so late in drafts, and if he's just, I don't know, 75% back to where he's at, like rushing, beast at rushing, can get goal line work. He has the playmakers around him.
Yeah, he does.
The
Yeah.
system. I can easily see him being like, a top 10 QB. So
I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid take. They picked up Jerry Jeudy in the offseason as well,
Exactly.
so they actually have some weapons there. I hope Jerry Jeudy is not amazing, because then as a Broncos fan, I'll feel really sad about him not being on Denver anymore. But
I'm in Colorado, by the way, so I have to kind of cheer for them now. Like,
you have to sort of, at least sort of.
Yeah, I don't really get why they let go of Jeudy. I mean, he's still pretty young, and
I think it was. I read an article that he had asked to be traded twice, and I think it was one of those things where, you kind of roll the dice. They drafted Marvin Mims last year. I'm not saying he's Jerry Jeudy, but he's definitely somebody that you're leaning on to be a solid number 2 maybe this year. You have Cortland Sutton back. You gave him a little bit of a bump in pay just to be the number 1 receiver, maybe for one more year. And then you got a bunch of really unknowns. Tim Patrick coming off a 2 years straight of being hurt. He was great before that, but that's a long fucking time, dude. That's like me trying to make it in the NFL right now after not running around at all.
I'll let you play backup for me.
70th in the Minnesota Vikings depth chart at quarterback. Richard, what is who's your favorite, not the top guy, but your favorite running back this year?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good ones. I need to preface this with I am a Chiefs fan. So there's but sorry, everybody. I also did live in Boulder too, so a little bit of a Broncos fan. But I mean, like, honestly, no bias to my team. I just watched all their games, and I think Isaiah Pacheco is like by far.
He's going high in fucking drafts. How is that a fucking sleep? Like,
no, he goes in like the 4th, 5th round.
All right, bro.
I'm just saying, like, I think he should be drafted as a top 5 running back. That's
a hot take. I like that take, but it's hot. Yeah.
Like last year, it was either him or Rashee Rice, but for 100% certainty, one of them was going to get 20 points each game. And with Rashee Rice, with the suspension and stuff, I just think Isaiah Pacheco. They lost Jerick McKinnon. He's a very tough runner. He has a lot to prove. I mean, I think he was drafted in the 6th round. And Andy Reid, Mahomes, they all love him. There's literally nobody behind him. CEH was like the biggest freaking bust in the world.
He was not good. Yeah.
Like Isaiah Pacheco is literally going to get 20 points a game. I can see it pretty easily.
Except when they plays Denver. Fantasy Couch says he just calls him Cleveland quarterback. Of course. That's a shout out to the spoiled banana. It's just Cleveland quarterback. That's who we draft. And Jerry Jeudy is just an average guy. He has been in his career, but the Denver quarterback situation has been so shitty. I definitely know that, like, it might be something to do with it, as the quarterback play was dog shit. Boris, back to you. Let's go tight end position. Who is somebody that
Ferguson.
you're really loving?
Ferguson, bro. I don't get why he's getting it not as much love. Like I think he was like 8th overall tight end last year. Like, he's just amazing. Like, bro, he I think in the first playoff game, I think he scored like 3 touchdowns and like over 30 points. Like, clearly he has crazy.
What do you mean the first playoff game? I think that was their only playoff game.
The only playoff game. Yeah, we know how Dallas works. You play one playoff game and then But he just has so much, he's so young, so much potential. This is their 2nd year in that offense. Like, it's just,
I agree.
I don't get it. I don't get it goes so late. So
that's definitely fair.
Phil, are you gonna pick all these? This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna
I'm writing this back, and I'm picking. These are all the players I'm picking. JJ McCarthy's my first pick, though. So.
He's like, how to win 6th in SBS. Pick JJ McCarthy first
in every draft. Richard, back to you. Let's go last one, and then I've got some questions about rookies this year. But receiver, position? Who are you loving? That's maybe not a top 5 guy, but somebody who the ball.
CD. No, shit.
And Tyreek Hill.
Justin Jefferson, because Richard Vagner is throwing him the ball.
Yeah, he's going off now.
Yeah, I would say a really big sleeper, but I feel like a lot of people know, is Joshua Palmer. I would probably have to say. He goes like pretty late, and in the weeks that he was playing last year, like Mike Williams was hurt. Keenan Allen was hurt too. He was playing really well. He's pretty young, so he could definitely take a step forward this year. And there's just nobody there. A rookie, Quentin Johnson, is like CEH level.
They're saying he's not even going to be a starter, bro. First round, such an early first round.
But I do think even a bigger sleeper on the same team, if you're doing like a 20-round best ball draft, is DJ Shark.
Okay.
Because like there's literally no one there, and DJ Shark, who's this quarterback been for the past 5 years? So like, give him Justin Herbert. It is a little scary with Justin Herbert's injury. Yeah, that kind of takes me off all of them a little bit, but I still think if you just need like production every week, they're pretty good picks.
Because there's nobody else there.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. That's fair. They're gonna suck and charger it up throughout the season, guaranteed. But you can still get some value plays there. Boris, your favorite rookie not named Caleb Williams this year?
Oh man, that's
he doesn't know any, so
I don't know any. Wow. Problem. Should I just go? I'll go Nick. I'll go Bo.
Let's fucking go.
Cool. I mean, I think he's good. I think he's a solid player. I think he has rushing abilities. I think
he does for sure.
All these people are against him to say like how bad he was, but he showed some talent in his first preseason game, and I think he'll continue to improve. And Sean Payton, I feel like it's hard when like I don't know, like Russell Wilson's just like clearly trash at this point.
He's absolutely washed.
He's so washed that like I think with some decent players around you, Sean Payton is like clearly a good fucking coach. I think he'll show a lot of promise, and he goes like at the end of every like you can get for nothing.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I like that pick. Yeah, let's fucking go. Best pick,
you, bro.
Bo freaking Knicks. Let's go. Richard, your favorite rookie not named Caleb Williams?
I mean, it's easy, right?
It's like Chief.
No, that would have been a cop out, but it's even easier than that. I mean, it's in front of all of us. It's JJ McCarthy, baby.
Oh yeah, dude, that was no alley-oop, dude.
Honestly, I mean, worthy, Chiefs. But I think there's a lot of target competition. Like Marquise Brown is going to be back at some point. This is like kind of also a cop out, but Jaden Daniels, like,
yeah,
that's what I was thinking to say, but like,
yeah, he was the 102. It is a little scary because their O-line is like worse than us being their O-line apparently. But he is a Russian quarterback, so you just take the upside in that. It's a big upside pick with like zero floor.
No, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Man, Justin took a lot of notes. I know he did. He's ready to make his first draft. He's playing this shit back instantly.
All I took back was JJ McCarthy.
We have said that name. Yo, if we were having a drinking game of every time we said JJ tonight,
I'll be wasted.
They would be dead. They would be dead.
If you want to win, just literally do the opposite of everything we've said tonight.
Yeah. Just throw a dart at anyone else and you're gonna be all right. Guys, before we say goodbye to both of you, and again, thanks for coming through. What's just some, like, I don't know, your biggest takeaway from the space, building in the space, and just being a community member?
Oh shit, me.
Whoever wants to go.
No, yeah. The biggest takeaway is probably, we were kind of talking about it earlier, just kind of not give up in a sense, because there's so many ups and downs. But also, if you want to give up, that's totally fair.
Sure.
Do what makes you happy. But
you
like,
can be a fucking pussy. That's fine.
Yeah. Pretty much. You're saying the things I'm thinking, but
there we go.
Shit's gonna be tough, and that's just a part of it. It's not gonna be all rainbows. So as long as you know that, going into it, just work really hard, and 1% something will happen. But that is nice.
No, I love that. The 1% is always good. If we can just move forward a little bit every single day, even if it's a 0.5%, we're good to freaking go. And if you want to give up, that's fine. Just don't call me. Boris, what would be your biggest takeaway or maybe advice or whatever you may have?
Man. I mean, be
He's
sure.
like, don't have kids. No, I'm kidding.
Don't be a fucking pussy. Don't be a fucking pussy is definitely always my number one. But because you took it for me, you always take everything from me.
I'm sorry, dude. Sorry.
I mean, I'd say like really be sure of like what you want to do, you know, in the space. Like whatever it is, you know, if you want to be a collector, if you want to support other people, you know, I think like supporting other people is such a, I don't know, is not talked about enough. Like how much can you like, you know, you say it a lot and you feel like, bro, like retweeting someone's shit, like doing like, you don't have to go buy something.
Right.
Just doing that, if you like think that someone's doing an awesome job, like goes like 10, 20, 30 miles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think supporting each other in the space because it's so small and we're here, you know, as cliche it is, we're all in this together. Like, you know, I think it matters. So I think like being there for each other and supporting each other and doing what we love matters.
Yeah. No, I'm all full support of that. Kind of laser focus in the things that you really care about and want to put that extra time into because it is a lot of work if you want to make it, you know, worthwhile. And then support each other. Like it is literally free to retweet people's things, to like it, to comment on it, to hit them in the DMs. If you see somebody and you're like, shit, they had a tough day. And I just did that the other day. I saw somebody on the timeline. I don't really know them. I hit them in the DMs. I said, hey, if you ever need anything, I'm here. I got an open line for you. That's so easy to do. And it will, I promise you that will help the space much more than half the bullshit that's on the timeline most days. So, man, this was an awesome conversation here with Boris and Richard. Of course, check out the Spoiled Banana Society. Fellas, we're going to let you go as we wrap up the show. But again, you are welcome back anytime to Board TV as long as you don't draft JJ McCarthy.
Thanks so much for having us. We appreciate you guys. Everybody, go watch Board TV. Like, if you're not watching it right now, watching me tell you to watch it, you better go watch it.
Okay? Yes. I don't know how you are, but
yeah,
figure it out.
All right. Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks so much, guys. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate you. And yeah, it's always awesome, you know, chopping it up. And sorry for the horrible fantasy takes.
No, it was great.
To everyone.
Justin just got a freaking doctorate in fantasy football now.
And, bro.
I'll leave you with this. When bored boys band. That's what we got to think about. All right, fellas. We appreciate y'all and we will talk soon. You are welcome back anytime. Again, that was the Vagner, my duo, the freaking kings of fantasy football. Man, that was an awesome conversation. A lot of fun. And got to learn a little bit more about them, obviously, as well as what they're building. They were Spoiled Banana Society. If you haven't yet, make sure, of course, that you are following them on the old X. Super easy to do that. It's just SBS Fantasy. Check out their website. Join in on a draft. You can do that right now for the low price of basically free because we're going to 0. So it's basically freaking free. Might as well jump in. Man. Justin, what are you, as we start to wrap up, what are you like looking forward to? Obviously, we talked a little bit about, of course, the Wizards, because we love the Wizards team here on Board TV. What else are you getting excited for here over the last couple weeks of August as we head into the fall?
Oh, man. We talking Otherside too?
Oh, anything. Sure. Whatever the hell you're excited about. Football.
Oh, man.
Season, maybe.
Football. Well, I should be enlightened by now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly, I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for the fall season to come around. I'm gonna go outside. More so than I did during the summer. But as it pertains to Web3, as you already know, we're all excited for what's coming with Project Dragon. Hopefully, we'll see some Coda action at some point. And then I think there's supposed to be some Shadowline playtests too. So that'd be exciting. My computer can actually run it now. So
yes, sir.
That'll be really good.
And go. We're way up. Yeah, dude, there's just a lot happening, and that's great. Like we talked about a couple weeks ago, that it feels like if you want to be involved, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to make content, to just play awesome games and experiences. And I would say if you have not checked out Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult, you are absolutely missing the boat on that one. You don't even, it's the public beta is now open. When is it opening? Like a couple weeks, 2 weeks?
It's going to be August 26th through September 7th. So it's going to be a big window.
if you do not check it out, you are missing out. Even if you just pop in for a day, an hour, whatever it may be, I would say check it out. Justin will be playing it for those 10 days straight. And I'm going to try to grind it as much as possible because honestly, love the team, love the game. It's going to be amazing. And I'm also excited about poker and the other side, of course, as well as here's a question for you as we get ready to wrap. Do we have another Project Dragon event outside of poker in August? ? That's a question because I thought we would.
I don't know.
I thought we would, and I still think we will. But we're getting kind of close to the end here, and so if we're having something besides poker, I would assume we're going to need to know about that probably maybe this weekend or Friday, just because that would be like.
Also, last time, what day was that on September?
Oh,
like a week before, 2 weeks, or
it was like a week before. I think I cannot remember honestly, but again, I am hoping that we get both of those things. Obviously, poker is going to be dope. I love that they're trying different types of gameplay, content, etc. But I'd love to get into the other side and try out something else and maybe just explore Metropolis. I know that's one thing people talked about, and I was one of them as well. Is like, dude, just let's have some time to explore and go fuck around and find out, and then we can play some other games too. And I'll get my ass kicked once again. The orange is still king. Man, great conversation as always. Make sure if you got something cool that you're doing, hit us up, hit our DMs. You can hit Justin or myself individually, or just hit the Board Networking Company X account DMs. We will get back to you and we will schedule you. Guaranteed. We have had some awesome conversations with people here the last couple of weeks. It's almost been like a month straight. And next week, we also have an absolute unit, a GOAT coming onto stream. Crypto Painter will be joining us next Wednesday on Board TV to talk about all the amazing things he is up to, which includes his amazing art, of course, as well as some crypto casino. I heard him talking today on the shout out to the Banana Boys. And he's just doing some really, really cool stuff with crypto and casinos and how that's looking from his perspective. And so we'll get some fiery questions fired up for him next week. But shit, anything else, Justin? Otherwise, let's fucking put a bow on it and bid adieu to our friendly faces here on this Wednesday night.
I think we can let it rip. I'm good.
Dude, let it fucking rip. That is another one. I got to make a shirt of that. I told James we should have more time to explore. Yes, please. And Team Deathmatch. Also, there is, just so you know, Mondays, we got OG TV, Other Guy TV, every single Monday at 4 p.m. EST, giving you an exploration of many things within the Web3 space, very close to Yuga ecosystem. On Tuesday, we will typically, this Tuesday we did not because I had back to school night. Most Tuesdays, you will get a What the Fuck episode. Wednesdays, Board TV. Thursdays, tomorrow, we'll have our next episode of Board Building, which was with an actual financial advisor and how he is working with digital assets. Super interesting conversation I had a couple weeks ago. Fridays is kind of up in the air. Sometimes I make content, sometimes I go live. You just got to keep it frisky. And then this weekend will be the first episode of Behind the Swamp. You're going to have to check that out. It's with PP Man from a couple weeks ago. An awesome conversation. And you will have to see which apes he chose to throw to the burn address.
Does he do it?
Burn. You'll have to wait and find out. It's spicy. And then a big shout out. Ehrlichie is here this evening, and I had an awesome conversation with him about a week ago. And his episode of Board Building will be right around the corner as well. So I just want to say we appreciate you guys coming through. We absolutely adore you guys. We show up every single day, every single week on Board TV to deliver fun and engaging and informative content because we care about the ecosystem. We care about Web3 and we care about you. So until next time, it was Justin. It was Phil. Stay bored. We out.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finish friends on my face, looking like I'm from the D. These no Cartiers, pockets deep, bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm